Hello, everyone. Welcome to Anointed Lady TV, the home of news and politics. If it is your first time in this channel, you are highly welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you like what we do on this channel, hit on the subscribe button. Also put on the notification bell so you'll be notified by YouTube anytime we drop a new video. And if you are returning subscribers, thank you very much for always coming back to watch our videos. On this platform, we drop videos every day and we react to every video that come our way. And on this very video, I will be watching with you. And after watching, let's go to the comment section and drop our opinion constructively. Like our videos and also share our videos if possible. See you next time in my next
numerous ways, from abducting innocent citizens, attacking serving governors and government officials, correctional facilities, amongst others. Recently, the terrorists even threatened to kidnap President Muhammadu Buhari and Kaduna State Governor Sèŕìøùśly. However, some members of the Senate have had enough. As the minority caucus in the Senate staged a walkout of the chambers, protesting against the Senate President Ahmad Lawan's refusal to allow the lawmakers commence an impeachment process against President Muhammadu Buhari. The senators, who had earlier held a 2-hour closed-door session, were angry that Lawan did not allow them to discuss the issue of insecurity that was deliberated upon extensively in the closed session. The senators, across party lines, later addressed journalists and gave President Buhari 6 weeks to end the insecurity in the country or face impeachment. Joining us on this show this morning as we discuss this threat to impeach President Muhammadu Buhari is Senator Sèŕìøùśly, former Minister of Works and APC chieftain.
The position of minority is to put the government straight where there are problems. So they are doing their legitimate function by asking these questions, by even walking out to express their displeasure. So whatever they are doing is constitutional, it is their right to do so, but whether they are going to be able to impeach, they may not have the number, but they made their points and the point is clear.
It's one that is at this particular moment still a threat from some members of the Senate. However, we cannot rule out the possibility if they are ready to walk down the whole gamut of the provisions of the Constitution relating to removal of the president from office. And in this regard, we should not just say that it is not realizable if sufficient numbers of the members of the Senate and the House of Representatives becomes quite dissatisfied sufficiently with the activities of Mr. President and his conduct in office. They may be able to get him removed from office. All they need to do is to comply with the provisions of the Constitution, Section 143, specifically in this regard. It may look somewhat cumbersome. However, if they are able to get the sufficient number to commence it, is not so much of a difficulty. So far, they have 1/3 of the members of the National Assembly agreeing in a notice that the president has committed a particular misconduct gross enough to warrant being removed from office. They will state the allegations, and with such a 1/3 of the members of the National Assembly, the president of the Senate will be under an obligation to give the notice to the president and also to the other members of the National Assembly. And with that, the removal proceeding would have been competently begun. So I believe that it is possible if the members are ready to go down the line. The president will constitute gross misconduct is actually for the National Assembly to determine. In my personal opinion, I am grossly dissatisfied with the performance of the government when the issue of insecurity is being discussed. We must be honest to ourselves. There is no nation that will be satisfied. There is no group of people that will be satisfied with the kind of insecurity that we have playing out in different parts of the nation today. However, we must realize that Nigeria is a funny country where all manner of primordial sentiments actually infiltrate into public discourse and actually determine how the people reason. We cannot rule out the possibility of religious considerations becoming the cornerstone of some people's thinking. We cannot rule out the possibility of tribal sentiments infiltrating into the way people will consider this issue, more so with the kind of people that we have at the National Assembly. I do not believe that majority of them have the capacity to really address this issue from a detached point of view, to critically consider what they were sworn in to protect, that is the security, the interests of an average Nigerian. Now that the end is coming home to roost, that insecurity is knocking on their doors, I want to believe that they ought to allow proper reasoning to determine the way they are going to attend to this issue. It is not a question of just removing the president. It's the notice given out, I mean the warning given out, I want to believe as we should consider it a warning, because no notice of removal has been, no notice of allegation of gross misconduct has actually been issued. The procedure for issuing it is laid down in the Constitution. There must be a specific number of the members of the Senate and members of the House of Representatives, but allowing religious or tribal sentiments or some other primordial considerations to determine the way they are going to attend to this issue is just counting the number of days remaining for Nigeria to completely disintegrate.
Actually, the people are heavily armed. We saw some of their armory. They have sophisticated weapons that even not only the Jamaatul Sunnah or Da'wat fi Jihad, there are other bandits inside the forest, and those bandits are also armed with sophisticated weapons, and they have even undertaken to continue launching this kind of attack on government's interest.
Terrifying tales of his ordeal in captivity. A journey of 2 hours took more than 100 days. They were camped deep in the forest with the terrorists and held hostage for almost 4 months.
Nobody wants to lose freedom, and we were captured, which was very traumatic. Traumatized, we're not happy. Although our captives, they tried to make us feel at home. They tried their best to make us feel at home. They looked after us. They provided medical service, to the best of their capabilities. In fact, at the stage, they even gave us money. That's, look, if they can't get something for us, we should use this money to buy whatever we want to buy on our own. But still, nobody wants to be caged. Everybody wants freedom.
We were taken through a bad experience. We worked for almost 3 days before we reached the camp of our captors, actually, because we are thick inside a forest that is so vast. It might cut across about 2 to 3 states.
But why was the train attacked in the first place?
Some of their members were detained by the government for several months, including small children, and they feel that they have to counter-attack the government's intention of that, and they launched that attack where they capture us, and they wanted us to be exchanged with their members, and the government refused to do that. And probably you know that in the first instance, the young children were exchanged with about 11 victims, and since then there was no any communication between them and the government for continuous exchange.
Hassan was among those recently freed after 120 days in captivity. At his family house in northwest Kaduna, there's great happiness in the air. Many have come to welcome Hassan home. His 93-year-old dad can't believe he came out alive.
Start believing, yes, it's Hassan. But his structure has changed completely. It's not the Hassan I know. It's another Hassan. But I believe it's my son, it's the Hassan.
Hassan was a staunch believer in the Buhari-led administration, but has now lost faith in the government. He says those still in captivity are being tortured on a daily basis and are sick.
The condition of those people is getting worse. As you can see from the viral video, we are being beaten almost on daily basis now, and some are getting sick. The supply of drugs is not forthcoming now as it used to be. So their condition, I think, is in a bad. They are in a bad situation, in dangerous position. So I will call on the government to please do whatever is possible to see that these people are released within the shortest possible time.
Family members say they faced resistance when they initially tried to pay the ransom. The release of their loved ones ended up costing 100 million naira.
Okay, I actually don't know the exact amount. I know the kidnappers demanded 100 million naira, but negotiations were going on then. So I don't know what the agreement that was reached for them to. So I don't actually know the amount.